Hello and welcome to yet another edition of the Hindus Education webinar series that we hold every Saturday. Today is April 12th. It's 5 p.m. We are going to discuss a very niche and very specific topic, but it's in line with what we've been doing. We've been looking at how AI is being applied in various fields, and this is yet another interesting application. It's already happening from what I hear. How is AI reshaping careers in insurance and retail? And to tell you more about this and to answer your questions, we have two very distinguished panelists. We have the director of Birla Institute of Management Technology, Dr. Prabina Rajiv. She's there with us. And we have Sudeep Indani. He's the head of People Solutions, Lockton in India. He'll tell us more about his work and what he sees in the industry, what he sees happening, and what is happening in the future too. But first, we start with Dr. Prabina. Could you tell us, madam, what is happening in how AI is affecting insurance and retail? And one of the challenges that we hear from faculty is that they're finding it hard to teach students because it's a very new field, and not many faculty members are clued in enough to teach. But how is it happening in Birla and Bimtech, sorry, and more? Tell us more. I invite you to give your opening remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Kalyan. I'll take a little, historical view about the whole AI, impact of AI in different industry, and also how academic institutions are embracing this new change. Now, in fact, my memory goes to 25 years ago when I was doing my management program. At that point in time, my professors, my HOD was also very worried that the institution is not able to provide us a hands-on experience on ERP. Those are the days when ERP was 94, 95. So everybody was talking about ERP, how ERP is changing the way companies are operating. So what my institution where I was studying, my institution did is that we went to a particular company just to get a 3 4 hours of hands-on to see how the ERP, what is the ERP package, what they are doing, how the particular company has changed the ERP into matching the requirement. So it was a very, very, very interesting and very, one I still remember that day. So as a academician and a institutional head, it is always our mind that how do we bring in such innovative and new technological concepts into the classroom. However, the last 1 2 3 years since the AI has come into the every aspect of business, every aspect of how companies are doing their business, this has to be this is a significant and very, very massive change. And you are very rightly pointed out that yes, getting faculty is not so easy because these are very, very emerging topic. However, we are at Birla Institute of Management Technology. We are offering 4 different postgraduate diploma in management program. One is the PGDM, General Management, and we are extremely proud also of 3 other programs, that is PGDM International Business and PGDM Retail Management and PGDM Insurance Business Management. And and all of us, we know that every aspect of business has gone into digital. I don't know how many of us have visited physically bank for the last 7 8 years. We just click of a mobile, we do our all transaction, and business is becoming completely digital. A lot of IT IT is becoming the mainstay. In fact, we say banks and insurance companies are no more financial company; they are tech companies. So it is a continuous challenge for all academicians and specifically institution heads like me to ensure that what kind of a good quality content we are able to bring it to the classroom. So in this process, we have tied up with different organizations where our students are doing certifications. We are inviting a lot of industry people to take certain modules which are going to provide a lot of real life experience to our students. And yes, it is challenge. We do not have full-fledged full-time faculty members um, who possess significant amount of AI talent, but we are depending a lot on industry to fulfill that gap at this point in time.
Mr. Kalyan, you are
Uh,
on mute. Thanks for that. No, that's an interesting point. I mean, certainly AI seems to have triggered a lot more industry academia collaboration than before. A lot of people from the industry are being requisitioned by academic institutions. In fact, alumni are being called back and they've been asked to teach, they tell students. Yes, but how do you see it happening? What is the impact of AI on retail and insurance? What is your take on it, ma'am?
My, my colleague Sudeep will be able to take up on the insurance part in a greater way. I would be, we have a retail program. I would be able to share, what are the, we recently we have changed our curriculum in a significant manner and how we are embracing for this new age technology to be part of the curriculum. In fact, as you can see, that retail companies again are no more only the delivery retail companies. They are again backing their lot of business on technology. We can sit, who can think that you can sit in your in front of your computer and try a new pair of specs, and the AI and virtual assistant module, AR/VR module will be able to tell you that no, this particular pair of the eye glasses probably does not suit your facial feature, does not suit your the purpose for which you are buying the glass. Maybe you are buying a glass for going out, or you are buying a glass for professional context. So I mean, you don't have to get out of your home to buy new things, try new things. The whole business of jewelry, the whole business of makeup, whole business of, dresses. People don't have to go to the store to go and check and decide whether they are going to buy or not. Lot of fraud detection is happening in the retail sector. A lot of AI is being used in a very smart way to see that whether the aisles of a shopping mall or shopping chain is getting cleared, and how the replenishment can be done. So not only at the customer facing business aspect, there are a lot of supply chain backend is also getting integrated, and a lot of companies are investing a lot on this new age AI technology and tools to attract business. So as the day progresses, as the time progresses, things are going to be even much more interesting. And retail companies, banks, financial institutions, law firms, law companies, and definitely insurance, etc., are going to be utilizing AI in much more detailed manner. Whatever currently is being done, we are expecting this is going to have a significant more involvement. Companies are going to be investing more on AI. In fact, a lot of mergers acquisitions are happening in this space. A lot of well established companies are buying new technology startups who have demonstrated some specific AI skill which is required by those companies. So this space is going to be very, very exciting at one hand, and also this space will also be able to take away some jobs which were traditionally job skills which are traditionally required. And it is also expected that students and academic institution like us also need to provide a different kind of a skill set to the students. So retail is a lot of in activities is happening, a lot of digital, a lot of AI is happening, and we are very, very excited. Who can think that these quick commerce companies can deliver to goods to you in 10 minutes and nicely packed. And so a lot of innovation is happening in the retail space. And but as I said, that as an academic institution there is going to be continuous challenge as well as endeavor on our part, that how do we make our students more skilled and more knowledgeable on this aspect.
Interesting that you point out that um, AI, you would need different skill sets. You would need. This doesn't mean AI is going to take away jobs. It certainly is going to take away jobs, just as every bit of mechanization has had an impact on jobs. Introduction of machines, introduction of computers. At various points, technology has taken away jobs, but it's also given new jobs. And we ran an article identifying three mega trends in tech recruitment, and two of them you touched upon. One is, of course, AI. The second was the quick commerce, delivering things in 10 minutes. That so tech is looking at different applications, consumer applications at the and B2B applications too. So tech is sort of getting a boost after sort of everybody thought it's going to decline. India is going to lose its edge, and but then something has happened recently, and tech jobs are likely to get a boost because of some of these mega trends. So thanks for pointing that out, and we will get back to you on that. Um, we have Sudeep waiting, sir. Tell us more. I did discuss with you yesterday. What you said was very interesting stuff. Exactly how AI is being used in insurance, in underwriting, engaging policies, and so many other things. Tell us, and he had some good news regarding insurance too. Tell us more, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kalyan. I think this is a great platform, and I want to aid it from the various perspective to that. The most important before AI is the insurance world. If you look at the way insurance industry is growing today in India, is the fastest, and I think the speed will remain for another decade or so. It will not going to go down because our country's penetration level for insurance was very low, but people are realizing and the value is increasing. uh, if you look at the growth of the overall insurance industry is one of the fastest today in the country. You say health insurance, life insurance. After pandemic, people have realized the value of health and life. The buying rate has gone up. Motor is continuously growing, which is mandatory cover. People can't avoid that, so that is definitely growing. With a lot of ITS companies, startup world increasing in the market, the cyber risk is growing day by day, and the cyber is becoming one of the most important area in the market. The fourth very important is with infrastructure development of the country, the import export growing up in the country, the manufacturing growing in the country, the property and infrastructure risk is also growing, and similarly the insurances for that is also growing. So if you look at the insurance industry, it is at the very fast speed of the growth, and therefore AI is, rather than creating disturbance for the existing workforce, I would see AI is helping us to grow the industry at its own speed. Because today also we see the insurance is something which is not preferred stream for any student who is coming into the industry. It is still a secondary, third option which people have it. And if we have to grow the industry with that speed without a right talent, it is very, very difficult. And the AI is definitely helping us today to keep up that speed, and also making some of the fancy jobs in the industry. Earlier, people used to be scared to get into the insurance industry, thinking it is a purely a sales job. No, it's no more a purely a sales job. It requires a lot of techies, it requires a lot of knowledge, it requires a lot of technical stuff to be into this industry. It's not purely a sales job. And if you look at the overall insurance industry today, AI is drastically helping all of us to grow this industry, starting from the customer acquisition. Earlier, we used to put a lot of thought process behind it. What kind of customer will need what kind of insurances? There is a wrong selling used to happen on the ground. People used to guide based on their commissions rather than the customer's expectation. Today, AI is helping the customer to choose what is right insurances for them based on their demography, their profiling. And there is a lot of data behind the scene which is working to give the right guidance. A 20-30 years experienced professional can give the guidance. The similar guidance is able to generate by AI today with the right inputs. The second important area where we are seeing AI is making a lot of impact in the back end, which is underwriting and the claims. Earlier, any proposal to be underwritten need to be checked by multiple people, for the data entry, for a quality check, plus whether the person to be insured, not to be insured, the risk to be insured, not to be insured. There's a lot of quality check need to be done. Now with AI, those quality check, which is a day's job earlier, can be done in a few minutes, and still the professionals can look at and make the decision much faster. So the decision making of the underwriting is happening much, much faster and much qualitatively today. The second is the important area is the claims. And there are many area of a claim which AI is impacting, but I will take the easiest one which people experience day to day is a health and motor. On a health insurance, earlier you go to the hospital at the time of discharge. It used to take a lot of time for cashless approvals or your claim to be processed after a reimbursement also, because there is somebody has to check whether the illness is covered, whether the medication given is right, whether the bills are appropriate or not, and that process used to take time. Today, many of the insurance companies and third party administrators are using the AI to make this process automated to a large extent, and which is cutting out the time. So the few of the insurers in the market are able to manage the turnaround time for the health insurance cashlesses for less than 10 minutes, and that is only happening today because of the AI. But the third motor is also a lot of auto generated. You click the photos of the situation, upload it on the mobile app of the insurance companies, and they are able to take quick decision and say whether claim is payable, not to payable. So those decision making is happening much faster, improvising the customer experience. And also one of the most important thing which is this technology is helping us today is increasing our reach. Earlier, the reach is was only through the agents, and they can sell, but they could not help the settling the claim. But today, the reach even into the last miles of the country is available due to technology. The same people who are selling, they are able to upload the photos, situations of the claim papers, and the decision making on the claims are happening much, much faster because of AI. And if you look at it, it's not only about the today or the past. Even the AI is helping us to create a lot of futuristic analytics, okay, where the industry is moving, where the data is moving. And based on those futuristic analytics, the insurance companies, underwriters are able to take more accurate decisions about the risk, more accurate pricing about the risk. So there is a whole word. I don't want to go into much detail, it will become too technical. And I'm sure the audience here would be both mix of the students who want to get into the industry and also some of the professionals. The only message I would say is the insurance industry is no more the traditional sales industry. There is a job for almost every kind of people. And if the audience here are the people from the technology industry, I would say insurance has a tremendous scope for them. They can create amazing tools which industry can use it right. And even for the students who want to get into the insurance industry as a core subject matter experts, the message for them is they need to be ready to at least not to create the AI tools, but how to use the AI tool to reduce their work. There are a lot of tools and technology available today. How do they use it to make their life better and easy? I think that's where the development will go over the period of time. And this industry, AI will be the much faster, because it's a data driven industry, it is a customer driven industry. And these are the two things where AI can definitely add a lot of value. And I think this will continue to remain. It is not going to go, but it is not going to eat away jobs, but rather create jobs. That's what I foresee in the industry today. You're on mute, sir.
Keep doing that. So yeah, so one of the things you said yesterday was that insurance is recession proof. I suppose that's good news.
That's
But
true.
yeah, okay. So the claims, you said, claims will be much faster, much, they will be processed, they will be decided upon much faster because of AI. And one of the things you said that probably has a direct bearing on user experience is you go to a hospital, there's an emergency, and you ask for a cashless, and that takes a while. Would you see any impact on that? That's probably one of the user experiences of insurance, where they expect a much more quicker decision.
It
Sudeep?
is. It is already there, Kalyan. So
Okay.
earlier, that normal turnaround time for a TP or insurance company was. So let me go back in a story. Some about few years back, some client challenged us. Okay, can you process my cashless within 15 minutes? And we all were shocked, surprised. It's not possible. But today, 15 minutes is not surprise. If the claims is straightforward, there are no problems. I think many of the insurance companies and TP are processing them in like 15-20 minutes. And another big surprise which we are seeing in the industry today, the traditionally the health insurance claim, you used to send a lot of bunch of papers going to the insurance company. They are filing it, processing it, uh, and then giving you the claims reimbursement in a month's time. I think that has gone away. You just click the photos are getting uploaded with OCR. Machine is reading the document very very carefully, and the decision is happening like 4-5 hours. And if it is not working, a bank holiday next day, the most of the insurer are trying to process the payment to the insured's account in the next day. So that kind of speed we already seeing in the industry. It's not 100%, not every insurer is doing that today, but there are many insurer are toward that path. And I think the another year or so, maybe another 2 years or so, I think this will be the reality which every insured will experience.
That's where the trend is growing, I suppose. So all
Absolutely.
companies will eventually deploy AI to make these decisions. Correct?
Absolutely.
Is that the reading, Sudhir?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, interesting. So we do invite questions. Those who have registered, those who have logged in, feel free to ask questions on whichever platform you're watching this. There is a prize. The best questions will get a free on a subscription to the Hindu Online. It's a treasure trove of information, archives. There's a lot of stuff that you can get from this access. So feel free to ask questions. I would encourage you. Last webinar, I remember there were three who got those online access prizes. They asked some very insightful, interesting questions. So we do invite, a part of the reason for doing these webinars is to help our readers move ahead in their education and in their careers and make the right choices, and probably to even reskill and upskill themselves. So feel free to ask questions. There is a price for it. I would like to announce that. So my follow-up question would be, I would ask both of you. Let's say I'm a techie, or if I have, so AI has this interesting thing. It requires domain expertise as well as AI. No more, yeah, unlike in the past where you were like a techie and you didn't really require domain expertise. You just needed to know computers very well. Right now, you have this AI that's done this collaboration. It's done this thing of domain expertise plus AI. What would you advise, like somebody in the insurance, somebody in the retail segment? What would you advise? What would you tell them on upskilling, reskilling themselves on AI? What courses are there? What should they do in terms of short-term courses? People may not have the time to sit down and go for an entire course, maybe certificate courses, short-term courses. And what would you advise AI people who are in tech and who were getting into the depth of AI? What would you tell them? How do they acquire domain expertise? Does it require domain expertise?
Mr. Kalyan, I would like to take this question. In fact, in today's context, AI is also hallucinating. In the sense, AI, some of the AI outputs are also not correct. Let me give an personal experience. I work on commodity market. So just for fun, I asked, which are the world's biggest producer of gold? What has been the gold price trend, gold production trend in different countries and all? And all of a sudden, whatever output it gave, it missed out South Africa. Then I asked a question that how come you have missed out the South Africa? Then the AI replied, oh, okay, yes, I should have added and recorrected. So what I'm saying is that you know AI is going to be a merely tool. How do you use the tool unless you know what you want, how this particular tool is can be used, what is the what is the end goal a particular company is going to use? That has to be very very clear, and whether the right kind of a model is being developed, because we know the lot of biases. The person who is developing the model, that particular person bias also comes into the modeling part of it, which may be harming the company in a days to go. So technology knowledge is important, but more important is the domain knowledge, is that how AI can be utilized to solve a particular problem or fulfill a customer need. So that is something which I feel is that a well balanced view in terms of people who are technology background. They need to develop a strong domain knowledge in one of the sector, be it, let's say, insurance, be it law, be it finance, or be it retail. So they have to understand what is the market is all about, what is the underlying products, what sells in the market and what does not sell in the market. So those knowledge sets are very very important.
We have an interesting question, almost a segue from what Dr. Rajiv was saying. AI does hallucinate. So Raj Dilip has this question. It's interesting. He's saying, why is it that even now many health claims are, he's saying, repudiated in spite of technological advancement? Will AI lead to denial of more claims based on some rules, or is it just a tool for insurance companies to deny claims?
Uh, so I would help it here, sir. The technology will not change the decision making. Technology can increase the speed of taking the decision. Technology can help the accuracy of the decision. uh, Claim denial is a much bigger issue, and there are many factors to it. Is the policy terms, condition, mis-selling, the proposal forms. So there are multiple issues, and I think technology has very limited role. Because of technology, no, not the claim will not get repudiated or payable. It is just only going to increase the speed of the decision and the accuracy of the decision.
But Raj has a point. I mean, it's a fairly common experience for people to get their claims being, the insurance company says, I can't give you this money, or they find a way to cut down on how much they're going to pay out. Now, the fear is, what if AI is also involved in this? And as the director was saying, what if AI hallucinates? And I mean, even if it doesn't hallucinate, maybe it's got more reasons. It can unearth more reasons to deny your claims. Will that happen? How much
No,
is the
this will not
human
happen.
value?
Rather, this will reduce the chances. See, I tell you why.
Okay.
Because during the offline sales, the chances of mis-selling was very, very high. People could write what is to be written on the proposal form so that insurance company accept the proposal, and not the. It's not a problem of the person who is buying, but the agencies or the workforce on the front line who are because of that this used to happen. But with the AI coming in, those kind of issues can be reduced because there's a lot of data available in the background which can be evaluate, check it out whether the information feed in is right or not. The proposal form stage itself, the cleaning of the things will happen much better, and at the time of decision making for the claim also it will be much and more accurate. There is no the chances of personal choices of a decision maker will go away. It will be more driven by the system and the policy wording, and at the end it's a very human subject. Whatever we says and done, technology will only help human, but insurance is a very human subject, and it has to be dealt with the humanity and the emotions. It can't be dealt purely based on terms and condition, and those aspects are there. I think there is always in any decision there are two parts to it. Every party think it from their perspective, so it's a much bigger topic and we can have a full day discussion on that. But I think I can just assure you the technology is only helping to make the customer experience much better than the before.
Raj has a follow-up question. Perhaps he's hoping that instead of the defects in the application being dredged up during settlement of claims or processing of claims, he's hoping that technology can probably make it easier for at the time of purchase of the policy. He's saying, why don't maybe technology can help detect defects or problems in the application itself during the time of purchase of policy. Will that happen?
It is happening. So in fact I can just some of the sense, there are a lot of things which is happening in the back end. I can just tell you, with so much of UPI uses increasing, so much of digital payment uses is increasing. A small example I can share it with you. If somebody declare, okay, they're not been to the hospital for last 5 years, they have not taken any hospitalization, using the AI system can pick it up if you have spent money in hospital, if you spend too much of money on the medication, if you're paying digitally. There are common question which insurance company ask for health insurance: is the person smoker or drink alcohol? Even the this data linkages are trying to give insurance company the data of the how your money is being spent on these two aspects also, if there are digital spend. So the things are being monitored, watched in a very very careful manner. Even the health insurance side, the wearables are getting linked, so the lifestyle data is also going to the insurance companies if member want to give it to it. So the decision makings at the proposal stage itself is improvising. It is not purely on a proposal form what you feel, but also on the back end data which you allow insurance company to access it today with your permission. So the decision making is much more accurate at the time of buying policy itself, and it is only going to improve.
Okay, we are getting more questions. I suppose insurance has this human, as you were saying, has this human connect, and especially people in distress and they go to insurance. So there's a huge human connect here. So we're finding more questions. Apurva Kulshrestha, she's asking, I agree with Sudeep sir that instead of taking away jobs, AI would create better results and enhance the performance of an individual. So, what kind of skill sets a candidate entering the insurance sector, what skill sets he needs to have in, or she or she needs to have, in order to stay relevant alongside AI and be a competitive candidate?
Very interesting question, and like I says, it is AI is not going to take away job. It is only going to increase. If you are coming with the technical side or the sales side, uh, uh, maybe not from the technology side, but insurance technical side and the sales side of the. I think what you should definitely know is how to use AI on your day-to-day life. How do you remain relevant? You understand the technology, you understand how to use the technology, and keep upgrading your skill, basic skill about the technology. I think that is the most important for the non-techies. If you're coming from the technology side, because sorry, I don't know the background of the person asking the question, Apurva. And if you're coming from the technology side, I think there is a lot you can do it. You have to learn what insurance industry is all about, find a gap into that, and there is a still, I could say, we just surface the scratch. There is a huge amount of work can be done in the insurance industry in terms of technology. There are still a lot of processes which are offline, manual, and that's all can go back to the technology. So there is a lot of work and opportunity available for techies in this industry. Yeah.
Okay. Anmol Goyal, I suppose he's in the insurance industry. He's asking, will AI help in ground insurance sellers, foot soldiers, I suppose, to better suggest policy catering to the needs of the insurer? Will there be a better match?
Other way around. So I think the question, if I'm reading it right, the question is about the insured. Will it suggest me a better? So if I want to sell an insurance policy to somebody, will AI help me to suggest what should be the right insurances for that person? Yes, that is the one most important aspect many of the insurance companies are trying to solve. A lot of digital player in the market, like Eco, Digit, Policy Bazaars, they are building their technology based on that, which is trying to understand what's the need of a consumer, based on their lifestyle, based on their spending habit, based on their dependency in the family. And most of this question earlier used to be asked, and somebody in the back end used to answer it. Today, the frontline salesperson using the technology by asking certain question to the customer can advise what is the right insurances for them.
Is there something you want to weigh in, ma'am? Dr. Pravina?
No, no, that's very interesting question from Mr. Dilip Raj also as a follow-up question. So that's very, very interesting. So it is, insurance as a product has typical unique trait. Very interesting question. I thought that it is something where I will be like, able to, pitch in.
Certainly, please do. Can we flash the question? It's an issue. Insurance, it's when it's available, most people refuse to take it when they need it badly. When they need it badly, insurance refuse to help such people. When it's disaster time, it's probably too late. So how tech can be used to address this behavioral issue? It's funny. There was a we did an article on the application of neuroscience and neuromarketing, in which neuroscience was being used in the insurance industry, sort of trying to convince people to take policies. And and some of the insights were very interesting. They said the insurance policy is actually decided not by the male in the household, but by the female. So the insurance sellers, policy sellers, should address the women in the household. Things like that. Very interesting, insightful questions. And it's not because of business reasons. People don't take insurance or just pass on the opportunity for various psychological other reasons. It may not make sense, but they still don't take it. But I'll toss this question to the panelists. How can people be more aware? I mean, how can we bridge this gap that Raj is talking about?
Yeah, Mr. Kalyan Ram, I have a very different take on this. See, as a nation, as a, race, somehow we are very, you know, we take unnecessary risk in the sense we never wear helmet unless police, fines us. So wearing a helmet while driving a scooter or a scooty in the road is something we treat it as if we wear it because we will be fined rather than thinking it is a something which we need to do because it is going to protect us. So that is has been maybe our earlier insurance was not so much required because it was joint family system. If something was happening, you have a bigger wider family to take care of you, but those social structures are going, and our propensity to take unnecessary risk also contributes towards it. So my understanding is that AI or technology is not going to help people to change their behavior. It is lot of education, lot of awareness is required at every level, that yes, we need to have health insurance, we don't have a family support, we are, most of us have single kids, they are not going to be, they cannot be, if you think people who have single kid, and if two single boy and girl get married, they are saddled with four elderly parents to look after. So they are not going to be in a financial condition or a physical condition to take care of the health and old age requirement. I think slowly that, that people have started realizing that insurance is a must for us, and it requires a lot of behavioral change rather than any specific technological change. Of course, now people can go and do policy bazaar kind of a, they can go to website, do compare lot of policies and take a much more informed decision, which was probably not earlier available. And easy availability of insurance, need to understand that insurance is required for us, that is going to that has come, and people have started taking more, almost all of us have health insurance, almost all of us have life insurance. And nowadays even travel insurance, if we are going abroad, we are buying travel insurance and all that. So things will change, and as Sudeep said, that we are a very under penetrated country, and this sector is going to grow in a significant manner in days to come.
I will also want to aid on this question. I think this is very relevant and very important. Like Madam says, it's more than technology; it's a behavior issue, and I will also add how technology is helping to solve it, but it can solve up to extent. It's primarily it's a behavior issue. Maybe I can. Sorry, I don't have a polling option here. Otherwise, I would have polled it and asked how many people here have a phone which is more than 30,000 bucks, and I would say 90% of the people on the call would have it. And if I would have asked how many of them have a health insurance which is where they are spending more than 10,000 a year, and I would have seen at least 60% of people would have said no for that. And that's the issue. We can spend on lifestyle, but we don't want to protect us. We take care of the our car insurance, but we don't take care of our health insurance. So that's a mindset issue. And now how the technology is helping it, with the digitization going heavily, every day we are using the things like phone pay, gpay, paytms. Somebody somewhere is watching your habits and utilization, and that's why if you see all the digital payment gateways have insurance products today, and they are trying to push the insurance products to the guys, because they know where the spending power is available, where they know where people has the money to spend on insurance, and they are trying to make it easily available for them. They are also with the regulators help, the installment premiums are coming. The lot of policies are coming with installment. There are a lot of policies coming with a multi years, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years, and that will make the life much more easy. And I think the penetration has to go up. There is no way we can remain under penetrated, because the healthcare cost in the country is continuously growing up, and it will remain upward. And people better they realize it, because those days are over. Like Madam says, the joint families, somebody's taking care of you. We used to save a lot, spend less. The new generation believe in spending more and saving less. So with that kind of situation, the insurance become the most important, and I think that behavioral change has to come.
More startups, more firms offering advice using AI on what policies to choose. Do you think there's a market um, space for such offerings? We do have companies now, but I was just wondering, will AI
Almost every
facilitate?
almost
Sorry.
everybody, if you look at all the payment gateways or a small digital, insurance has become a byproduct for almost everyone. You take the Paytm, GPay, PhonePe, Crade. Almost every tech platform is trying to sell insurance in some or other way where that is not core for them. All the banks, all the mutual funds, institutions are trying to sell insurance, credit
No, no.
cards.
I was talking about users. Can they how AI can help make better choices? Will there be companies that offer to objectively evaluate and make recommendations like Policy Bazaar? But I was just wondering.
There are more players coming, and I can just tell you, even we as a Lockton are doing that, and there are many of such players are coming in the market who going to guide a member based on their lifestyle, their stage in the life, their spending habits, and the various other aspects. They will guide them what is the right insurances for them and when they should buy it, rather than the situation like was discussed here, when you need it there is nobody to give you. So it's also timing which is very important when to buy it. So there is a lot of advancement is happening, and I think in years to maybe not too far, maybe year or 2 year down the line, you will see a lot of guided insurance journey in the market.
Right. Businesses are already having access to the data, what we are
Yeah,
doing. They could
yeah,
make, there could be more companies, more businesses offering advice on what policy to choose, what health insurance, and whatever insurance to choose.
absolutely.
Okay, got that. There is a question from Himanshi. It applies to BIMTech, but I was just wondering, I thought it could be a general thing to anybody who wants to study and this is a question that's probably typical. She's asking, I'll be joining BIMTech this year, retail management. I would like to know the AI domain skill that can help enhance my skill sets. It can be used in accordance with retail management.
So,
I'm
Himanshi,
just
first of
throwing this
all,
question open. Anybody who wants to study retail management.
First of all, welcome to BIMTech. But going to answer this question more on a, generic manner. Please note that um, uh, AI in retail is probably is one of the mostly AI is going to be used in a significant manner in a retail industry, and hence because we are offering a specialized retail management program at BIMTech, we have changed our curriculum in a significant manner. So what we have done is that we have made Python, R, Tableau, Power BI, which are basic ingredient for developing AI skill set. This has become made a compulsory subject, and we also don't expect that a student who's only computer science or having a coding background to join our program. We are starting from a scratch, so that a student who is even a BCom or even a BA graduate, arts graduate, will be able to develop those skill sets. So that is one is the skill sets. We are also tying up with lot of uh, companies which are offering 30-hour courses. The company people are coming and giving us a platform, giving us the necessary skill set. So the classes are being taken by company people, so that we are imparting the right kind of a talent to our students. And also something which we recently, in fact, about 6-8 months ago, we invited a person from Kroger. Kroger is one of the largest grocery chain in USA, and he did a 30-hour course here at BIMTech for teaching students exclusively. That particular program was done for retail management students, how exactly personalization, AI based personalization is being done, so that a company will be able to do targeted advertising, targeted brand building, targeted product delivery to every single customer. So earlier segmentation, market segmentation was done in a very, very big chunk. Like, if you have some demographic or psychographic parameter, you will be putting into one category or a bucket, and the retail company will go ahead and create a digital marketing or any marketing or strategy for them. but now that bucket is becoming thinner slice, very small, depending upon different kind of a parameters, and the company is able to do it. So it was a very, very interesting workshop, for 30-hour workshop, completely taken by the chief data scientist of Kroger USA. And in fact, specifically for retail management program, I would like to say that we are starting a market research lab, that is virtual reality and with eye tracker, kind of a instruments we are going. It's a little costly as a the lab we are setting up, and through that lab our students are will be able to take a lot of we'll be able to offer a lot of new age subjects to them. And also what we are hoping that our students are going to be talking or working like a consultant to retail organization. So during that we study, so they will be able to use that lab so that they will be able to solve some problem of the retail industry through in a live project, live setup. So we are very excited with these new initiatives we are doing, and will continue to do it. As I have said, that AI skill set, the at this point in time is lies mostly with organization and companies. Academia is not embraced because to that extent. So a lot of industry related, we will be inviting a lot of industry people, right people, to offer different courses so that all students get the right domain expertise as well as tech expertise in AI.
Okay, more interesting questions coming as we move towards the end. There is this question: when will the IRDAI, the insurance regulator, when will they come out with a guide on implementation of AI in the insurance industry, or have they already?
They are not restricted, Kalyanji, to any insurance company or institution to not use AI. I think there is no obligation or limitation by regulator on that.
But shouldn't there be a policy? Shouldn't the regulator come out with a policy? It's happening everywhere. All companies they have, education
There are
institutes.
guidelines. There are guidelines which is obviously available. What level of testing it has to go before it goes to the consumer. But I think the regulator is promoting and very supportive to the AI to be used in the industry.
Okay. No, I was asking this question because we heard some things about policy being, claims being AI hallucinating, not making the right decisions, and so on. So shouldn't there be an AI policy by the regulator? That's from that perspective I was asking.
So there are
Or maybe
guidelines. There are already guidelines, but yes,
there are
a
guidelines.
robust policy. I'm sure they will be working around it because as usage goes up, everything when we start, the we realize the negative impact of that over a period of time, and I think regulator is definitely working behind it. As AI increases more and more, yes, you are absolutely right. There are chances it may impact the consumer adversely, and there will be policies very soon for that also.
Okay. Another question is around acknowledgement of the latest research in critical illnesses such as cancer, where India lags behind the developed world. So you could still have a human in the loop in AI, but the questionnaire is suggesting that AI should be used more for knowledge acquisition and reasoning. It's a disease that we don't know, we don't fully understand even in the West, but here probably less about cancer. So he's asking, he's suggesting that AI should be more uh, deployed more to understand for knowledge acquisition and reasoning. It's a recommendation, I suppose. What do you think, Sukhdeep?
No, that's true. I think the knowledge development is definitely AI is helping us, and because the insurance industry is one industry which is purely derived from a data, And I think any kind of data is getting saved and pulled. It is building the knowledge and the predictive analysis, like I says, for the future. Almost every claim which is happening today, it's being monitored to see how it is going to impact the future claims. uh, Obviously it is not something same going to remain always, but yes, the data is getting built up, and industry is trying to use it in the best possible way.
Okay, we take a little, we digress a little bit, but it's a very important question, interesting question. There is this trend in retail where the big guys are gobbling up the smaller operations, the mom and pop stores. The neighborhood store is going away, so all the chains are taking over, and it's loaded against them already. Won't AI load it against them even further? Don't isn't AI more a tool in the hands of the more powerful, and to leverage that AI, whatever wisdom, knowledge, and insight that AI brings, and to drive away the smaller operations? Or can smaller shops leverage AI too? What do you say?
I have a,
Either.
I would like to, yeah. See, whenever there is new technology comes in, there is always a fear that jobs will go away, new these things will happen. In fact, this quick commerce companies which are delivering items in 10 minutes, they quick commerce platform, they have to have a logistic warehouses at every nook and cranny of this India, so that they will be able to deliver an item in 10 minutes. So I think what I am seeing is that um, these small players are going to be partner to these big players who will be delivering the item in 10 minutes. Please note that this, especially in the retail quick commerce, it is a typical tangible good which will be coming to somebody's house. It's not an IT product or IT service that it will be, it somebody can get it from anywhere. If I require packet of biscuit in my house in 10 minutes, then this packet of biscuit should be available somewhere within, you know within to be delivered in my house nearby. So the lot of logistic warehouse requirement is going to be there. I don't think these big players are going to be investing to create such mega and massive warehouses, and these mom and pop stores are going to be their partner. And this is the technology, we are getting used to it. Earlier we used to go to banks, stand in a tailor to get a withdraw our money. Withdrawing money from a bank was 2-3 hour job. From there we came to ATM. From ATM we now probably many of us have not held the cash for last, I think, I don't know when I last held my cash, because the ladies also who are supporting in me in my house, working with me, is that they also, they don't prefer if I give them 100 200 rupees. They'll say, didi phone pay kar dijiye ya google pay kar dijiye. So things are changing, and this is something which is going to happen. And even in fact it's the youngsters who need these things in a jiffy. I heard that students, even before entering to the bathroom, they check whether if they don't have a shampoo, they don't wait for to shampoo next day. They will be ordering in a blanket and in 10 minutes and get the shampoo and go ahead and have their bath. So this lifestyle is changing, people views about how they operate, they changing. So this is going to happen.
Okay, so certainly a counterintuitive point, but makes sense. Food delivery apps have made roadside eateries, roadside shops where street cards. You may not want to, you may not have, you may not stop by and have food there, but the delivery app source it from there, and you don't even know, and the food tastes as good. And so I suppose these the quick commerce or delivery in 10 minutes would mean that you cannot centralize everything. You cannot have warehouses supplying in 10 minutes. So they have to have They have to source it from every mom and pop operation that's out there. Very good point. On that note, we're running out of time. We're almost there. There's still people are still asking questions, but we need to end this here. It's an hour. Thank you. They're very interesting questions. Thanks for enlightening us, Sudeep, Dr. Rajiv. We will see everyone in another webinar next Saturday, 5 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you so much.